Leo, say that shit with your chest. Mercury is retrograde in your sign, and you are the sign that governs self expression, and Mercury governs communication. And so there could be some situation where you find yourself that you like tiptoeing around something, walking on eggshells around something. And saying with your chest doesn't mean you need to be rude with it, but I do feel like say it. Speak up. Speak your truth. Speak from your heart. If you see something, say something. There's something around like telling it like it is. And you can be direct without being a dick. But I feel like for y'all, there's some shit you need to say it with your chest. Grab your necessities. Hey Leo, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. I hope you Leo Suns had a wonderful birthday and are ready to settle into the season of I Analyze, Mutable Earth. And I'm ready to dive in. So hydrate, light it if you need it. That's the new motto. It came about this Libra season because, yeah, you may got it, but do you really need it? Control yourself. Take only what you need from it. All right. As we create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Excuse me, Sun, Moon, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. And with the sun, your ruling planet, this I just saw 111 on the clock and I opened my eyes. Yeah, there's some sort of reset that's coming in. There's some sort of like a clearing out of karma, clearing out of that throat chakra, clearing out of your heart. And I feel like a lot of you have been biting your tongue in some sort of way, and it's time. And I understand maybe you don't feel like it's your place to say something, or you don't feel like, it's right, or you're going to try to like give this person time or whatever it is. But there's something about like, you can fuck up your life and all that stuff, but we are all sponges. And I love you enough to correct you. I love you enough to check you. I love you enough to um, protect my peace, protect my space, and if there's behavior going on in your midst that needs some loving correction, you need to be able to stand 10 toes down on giving that loving correction. Be sure to go check out that Virgo season astrology video that has all the important astrological transits and aspects and their dates that you need to pay attention to in Virgo season. So check that out. But let's dive in, asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. Oop, that was a lot. Okay, first card out is the Two of Wands. Then we have the Lovers. Then we have the 10 of Wands at the center of the reading. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Let me just go ahead and get the last card out. Final card, final message, please. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Final card, final message, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2024. And it gave me one. Thank you. The Eight of Swords reverse. We like that. Yes, with the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. So, okay, first things first, I Papa. With the Two of Wands as the first card out, there's something here about you are divinely supported to take the road less traveled. This this looks like you and some people around you and friends, you and coworkers, you and your lover, we're going in different directions, or there's something about like, see how the two of wands is going in one direction, the 10 of wands is going away from the lover's card too. Some of you may be like losing your spark in a relationship. Some of you may be feeling detached from your lover, feeling detached from your partner, spouse, whatever it is, feeling detached from your friends. The lovers is Mercury, and Mercury is currently retrograde in your sign. So I do feel like there's something about taking it back, reevaluating. Some of you may be taken aback by someone's behavior, and you've just been trying to like, la la la, like, I'll just keep to myself, I'll just, whatever, I'll just like work on myself, I'll do my own thing. But first thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne is like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing what you're doing? You have the world in your hands, you have so much power. There's something about going in a different direction. I feel like you need to figure out what direction you're going in, what direction my career is going in, what direction is this relationship going in, what direction is this marriage or friendship going in. Because there's something about being like pulled away or just going in different arenas. You may finally start to understand like we have different relationship goals. We have different platonic goals. We have different career goals. We have different end games in some sort of way. And I just feel like you need to get really, really crystal clear on your values, on why you're doing what you're doing, getting crystal clear on your options. I think that's a big thing too, Leo. Like, there's something about like you got options, or there could be someone else that you're dealing with that has Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that is expressing they have options, they want to go in a different way. I say a lot of you, but flip it, it may be this other person. But there's something about taking your power back, acknowledging the power that you have, and propelling yourself into a new chapter, a new arena of life. With the lovers coming in, like I said, there may be somebody. This is Mercury. Mercury is currently retrograde, but there's something about a shift in someone else that has Gemini, Virgo, or Leo placements. And it feels like communication is key. This is a card of communication. And some of you may be in a place where you're merging, or you want to merge, or there's something new that you're wanting to fall in love with, or there's a new lover, or a new hobby, a new thing, a new obsession. But is it pulling you away from your people? Is it pulling you away from your values? Is it pulling you away from your goals? Is this healthy? The lovers denotes like falling in love, but it's also all things, all the feelings and emotions and the roller coasters and the ups and downs of being in love. So the lovers can also be treachery. It can be choices. I feel like that's a big thing. There's stuff here about choices. And are the choices that you're making creating harmony in your life, or are they creating discord in your life? Leo, sun, moon, and rising. And I just feel like in Virgo season, you're going to be analyzing your options. The divine is going to really, and Mercury retrograde in your sign is going to really show you, hey, babe, you have options. And you need to make sure that the options that you're choosing, the decisions that you're making, are putting you in alignment, are keeping you in alignment. Do your actions match your ambitions? If you keep doing what you're doing, is this going to take you to where you claim that it is that you want to go? Because what you do want to, Virgo governs the day-to-day mundane tasks, the micro decisions that lead up to like the macro movement of life. And there's something about like your actions, what you're doing on a day-to-day, like the boring shit that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, how you're spending your time, how you're exerting your energy, what's going on with time management, what's going on with your energetic budget, what's going on with your mental health, and are you giving yourself the things that you need so you can do what it is that you need to do. And I just feel like the first thing to be clarified is like your decisions. And where are you making these decisions from? Are you making these decisions from a place of hedonism? Are you making these decisions from a place of pain or fear or faith? Like you're just being asked to evaluate your decisions and your decision making processes. Because I do feel like some of you, there's something or someone that has come into your life has that I feel like you want to merge with, you want to join with, you have this deep connection with. Um, and I just feel like it's like kind of giving, do I stay, do I go? Um, I feel like there could be people that you want to merge with, you want to collaborate with, projects that you want to take part in, that are possibly causing you to burn out or are causing a lot of imbalance in regards to your energetic budget or your, how much energy you have to move forward and go towards your goals. With the 10 of Wands at the center of the reading, there could be, this is like a warning shot about you burning out. You need to make sure you're getting enough rest. You need to make sure that you're eating properly. You need to make sure that you are delegating your time accordingly. Like the things that you say you care about, the things that you say you care about, is that reflected in your actions? If you keep doing what you're doing, is it going to take you to your desired trajectory? Because your day-to-day actions are going to lead you somewhere but are they going to lead you to where you want to go? That's like the big thing here. And I just feel like decisions. Only one major arcana that came out. We have the major arcana on the bottom of the deck. And with the Hermit being on the bottom of the deck, I feel like in Virgo, this is a Virgo card. He's got the star in his lantern, which is indicative of Aquarius energy. There may be somebody with Aquarius or Virgo placements playing a big role in your life or playing a big role in your life this season. But it's like it's time to turn away from confusion. It's time to evaluate your subconscious mind, not just why am I doing what I'm doing, but what is the unconscious driver behind what I'm doing, and does it make sense? 1111, there's the star. Make a wish. And I hope you wish for clarity. I hope you wish for self-awareness, because there is something about, like, some of you are afraid to be alone. Some of you are afraid to be left, when the majority of you need to strike out on your own and really make sure that you're in touch with your higher self, that you are preserving or seeking out alignment, you know? And I just feel like with the Hermit on the bottom of the deck, are you lonely? Are you feeling alone? If you're, are you in a relationship and you feel alone? Some of you are really needing to shine a light on the collaborations in your life, the pairings in your life, who you are friends with, who you hang out with, the company you keep. All of that stuff needs your attention. And all of these cards are solitary except for the Lover's card, which does make me think that you would really benefit from improving the quality of your alone time, learning how to manage it more wisely, how to break things up, how to be more fair with your time, whatever that means for you. But the center of the reading is like, as the 10 of Wands, I do feel like you holding back, you not communicating yourself, expressing yourself effectively, is putting you in a position where things could get heated really quickly. Some of you may be thinking about moving out, moving on. Just make sure you speak your piece first. Make sure that you don't leave things amuck. Provide clarity to yourself first. Prioritize getting yourself clarity so you can provide that clarity to other people. I feel like take what lessons that you needed to take from this experience and move forward. There is a brand new cycle in the realm of your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. There could be a brand new person. There could be somebody coming in and putting in a lot of work. You may be finding yourself putting in a lot of work towards someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. There could be this big like quest of love or expressing love or trying to, experience romance and all of that. Is that where your head needs to be? Is that what your priority needs to be? because if there's like nothing in the fridge and you are struggling with bills or struggling with direction, but you're putting all this energy into like a lover, your priorities are fucked, you know? And I say that with love. And that's not all of you. But there could just be that could be somebody that is courting you. You may start to notice, like, damn, you text me a lot, you putting a lot of energy into me, but you also complaining a lot about your situation. Peep game. People tell on themselves all the time. People are showing you who they are constantly. And the people who avoid pain and the people not avoid pain because none of us we're all going to experience it, but the people who I feel like are wise pay fucking attention. And there's something about you or someone that is trying to like come into your life or that is in your life and wants your attention, and it's just like pay attention to their behaviors, to their actions. Do their actions align with their words? Are their priorities off? Are you hanging out with a lot of people who have like weird priorities? Some of you, this could be like moving on from friends, moving on from lovers, partners, jobs, career pursuits. And I just feel like with the Knight of Cups, there's something about finding that romance in life again with yourself. Romance is not only to be experienced or exchanged with another. There's romance in the blades of grass at the park. There's romance in your cup of tea in the morning. There's romance in a book, in a comfy armchair. You give yourself that versus you expecting someone else to provide that to you will put you in a position where you are already satiated. So you're not out here in the world thirsty or hungry or, like craving someone else's affection. Mercury retrograde, Neptune retrograde is really making me realize just how much like the rose colored glasses have fallen off, shattered, them bitches broken. You can't tape them bitches back together. You're forced to see everything, everyone, and yourself for exactly as it is. And I feel like a lot of you have been looping in the mind, keeping yourself stuck, keeping yourself bound in some way because you're afraid of talking about the truth or looking at the truth or expressing yourself. And you are the sign of self-expression. You have to, in order to like progress towards the most optimal version of yourself, you're going to have to like reach for perfect self-expression, for clear self-expression. And also, when other people clearly express themselves and verbally or non-verbally, believe them. I'm a big advocate of when people show you who they are, believe them. And it's up to you if you want to remove yourself from that situation or not. But I just feel like Mercury retrograde in your sign is actually helping you to get unstuck. It's helping you to get out of this place of vacillation or looping in the mind or intrusive or obsessive thoughts. It's trying to make things very clear for you. And so you can finally be done with binding yourself, holding your tongue, biting your tongue, mincing your words, walking on eggshells. You can finally be done with that. And I feel like the closer we get to Libra season, it's going to be easier for you to, like I said, say that shit with your chest and say it very clearly and express yourself explicitly versus like filter, 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 filter. That's not fun for anybody. And it may require you doing a lot of explaining of why you feel the way that you feel. Take the time to do that. But I feel like take the time to do it with yourself. So when you have to have that conversation with someone else, it makes sense. Some of you are like, I'm done with this job. I feel stuck at this job and I don't want to feel stuck in life anymore. I need to create a game plan. Some of you are realizing that you are not stuck. Whatever the obstacle is, whatever the situation is, you may have been feeling stuck for a while, but you're not stuck. You've just been given an alternate perception, an alternate vantage point. And it's important for you to pay attention to why you kept yourself stuck, why you kept yourself quiet, why you haven't like shared your real feelings or, XYZ. But for a big portion of you, I feel like this has to do with career. And I feel like you're not short on passion. You just may really be lacking when it comes to execution and or consistency. And I feel like it's easy for you guys to burn out when you're doing things that aren't very, like, that you're not super duper passionate about, or that the universe doesn't affirm to you over and over and over again that you're on the right track. I love you, Leos, but you guys do require a lot of validation. And I think a lot of you are used to receiving that validation from external sources. You're used to other people telling you how pretty you are, how helpful you are, how good you are, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, what the fuck does it mean if it's coming from someone else, if it's not coming from deep within you, if you don't already know that about yourself? And so if there's an issue with confidence, then it's time to get really competent in something, so that naturally confidence starts to flow from you, you know? And I feel like whatever it is you're putting your energy into, it's got to be passionate. It's got to be love based. It's got to be something that you give a fuck about. Don't just do the thing that you're doing just for money or validation or for notoriety or rewards or a check. It's time to make sure that you're doing your part to go into the tool bag of your soul and reaching for the right tools so you can like articulate, what is it that I feel? Why am I not feeling connected to this? Or why why am I holding myself back from saying or acting or doing whatever this is for you? Keep in mind, this is a general reading. So this can, this could touch on many different topics, but what it's giving is that there's a lot of options, a lot of things that you're good at, a lot of things that you want to do, but you don't know where to start, and you're not giving yourself the quiet time, the alone time that you need, so that you can discern and or ask the God of your understanding for the order of operations, for the insight. Don't just do it just because you see somebody else doing it doesn't mean that you need to do it. Just because someone else is thriving doing this thing doesn't mean that you're going to thrive doing the thing, because it's got to be something that's divinely aligned for you. Like who you're going to marry, who you should spend your time with, um, even if it's just like dating or platonic, what your purpose is, what kind of work you should be doing, the kind of service you're supposed to provide to the collective. Those are spiritual decisions. Those are not logical decisions. And I feel like you're just applying a lot of brute force to stuff, and you may not have the spiritual like go ahead to be doing what it is that you're doing, and then you're wondering why you're not experiencing like the internal alignment that you would like, you know? Um, and I just feel like it's time to get back on this quest of love for the work that you do, for the people that you are, into. I feel like also I want to zoom out a little bit. Some of you, there is someone that's trying to court you, someone that wants to date you, someone that wants to spend time with you. And you got to really be honest about if all your boxes are checked, or are you settling, or are you just, allowing yourself to spend time with this person because there's someone to spend time with, when you could be using that time to get closer to the God of your understanding, to getting unstuck, to getting unconfused, to generating clarity, and to listening to the trumpet of truth that's sounding in your life, to you be using that alone time to be noticing the cracks in the foundation, or to really let yourself see the writing that's on the wall, so that you can properly close out a sector, close out a chapter. You can properly, so that you can initiate things feeling in sync. A lot of the alone time that wants to come in and may be forced, because if you're running from the alone time, I feel like the divine is going to put you in a position where it's like it's going to drag your ass into alone time so that you can successfully complete a cycle. And I'm getting a little into the plunge here by showing you all these cards on the bottom of the deck, but it feels really important to me that I share this information with you, because some of you feel very lost. Some of you are feeling very confused. And when I refer to the plunge, I'm talking about the extended reading that I do over on Patreon, because Patreon gets everything first. Me and my ethical cult, we go over there and we clarify all these cards. It's like another 10 to 20 minute reading in regards to like what's going on here. There's all kinds of astrological content over on Patreon. There's a tier for daily readings. So go ahead and check it out. For free shit, though, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. Over there, you can book a personal reading with me. Hydrate. You can book a personal reading with me. Please don't knock over the mic. Oop. See, I gotta come up with a better plan. Over on my website, JustJEverything.com, you can book a personal reading with me, and you can also browse and explore the Salvage Spirit Apothecary to get you a customized blend. All the links are in the description box below, so check that out. But you got some splaining to do to yourself first, because I do feel like there's a lot of love that wants to come in, a lot of connection that wants to come in, and you don't want to make the same mistake again. You don't need to learn the same lesson over and over again with a different face. And I feel like the divine's been trying to get your attention, and if they have to like make you alone and force you to be alone so that you can figure out what to plug into, then they'll do it, you know? But I just feel like the end of a cycle wants to come in. And the divine wants you in a position where you're free enough, where you're clear enough, where you're open enough to listen to yourself, to your higher self, to the God of your understanding. Because there are big decisions to make that could have you, that are going to have long lasting repercussions, you know? And I just feel like with the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, we want to avoid burnout. But some of you know that it's like time to collect your shit and collect what is of value, collect the lessons and the wisdom that you've learned from the situation, maybe collect the shit off your desk and go in a different direction towards something that you love, that doesn't make you feel bound up and stuck, because you're not bound up and stuck. You're just in some way kind of ignoring yourself and or biting your tongue or lying the universe and the divine that's trying to give you this insight. And we're not going to do that anymore. There's something about opening your heart. You are the sign of the heart. Opening your heart, allowing yourself to tame and quiet your ego enough so that you can receive direction, so that you can receive correction. Make sure that you're not a person that is like hard to correct. You know, I feel like that's wisdom, when you can receive constructive criticism, when you can be a teachable person. Make sure that you are a teachable person who makes it easy for other people to learn from you. You know, I'm ready to clarify this. I hope to see you over on Patreon. Like I said, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.